There
There.
he is.
There we go.
What's going on, brother?
Not much. Sorry about that. So I have when I did Skype last time, it was on my phone, but I got a new phone, so I don't remember any of my login information. But I knew I had an old one, so I just logged
One,
into that.
got you. No problem, my man. How are you doing, my man? Happy Halloween.
You too, brother. You too. I'm good. I'm good. Just got done sparring and heading home.
Very cool. You got any plans for the holiday?
Uh, Run?
There you go. No candy for you this Halloween, huh?
No, no. I wish. I'm a chocolate fiend though, so
Got you. Do you have any little kids around that you could
no,
have stolen
no.
their candy from?
We live all the way up in the mountains, so it's no little kids to steal their candy.
Got you. Where do you live at in Colorado?
And Bailey,
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. Very nice. I've
yeah,
seen on your Instagram you got a bow recently. Are you a hunter?
yeah, yeah. I grew up hunting, and then I moved to the city when I was in high school, and so I kind of stopped doing that, and then I moved to Southern California, so really stopped hunting. And then when we moved out to Colorado, we finally, you know, Luke hooked me up with a brand new Matthews bow. So hopefully after this fight, we can buy some over the counter tags and kill something.
There you go. I was gonna ask you, have you been hunting yet this season?
No, I didn't. Well, when we got here, I didn't have any bow or anything, so I didn't put in
Mm,
for a tag. But
right.
and then this fight camp got started, so I don't really have time. But as soon as it's over, we're gonna see if we can have some leftover tags.
There you go. So, how is Colorado right now? Has it snowed yet?
Uh, yeah, it snowed at our house yesterday. Not too bad though. It's just a little cold. Not too bad.
Is this your second winter in Colorado?
Uh, yeah. So
So
we've
you
been here
you know what to
one.
expect.
Yeah, it's
Got
not
you.
bad. It's not bad. I actually like the winter.
Yeah, yeah. So, congratulations on your last win
Appreciate
over
that.
Johnny Eduardo. How was that overall trip to Brazil and back?
The Brazil trip was fun. You know, the people of Brazil and Rio de Janeiro were awesome, and the it was a little different because the weight cutting and everything else. You know, I wasn't expecting some of the things that happened. But other than that, you know, with the win and the way everything went down, I can't complain. It was overall it was a great trip.
Good, man. Did you do anything after the fights?
Yeah, we went and saw that big Christ statue, and then just enjoyed time at the beach. Our hotel was right across from the beach, so that was fun.
Got you. Got you. So since then, I've seen you've been on the helping Justin out on the Ultimate Fighter. How was that
Yep.
experience for you, my man?
Ultimate Fighter was great. It was, you know, living in Vegas for 6 weeks was pretty brutal, but you know, the opportunity to help one of these girls, you know, potentially become a world champion and get that belt was, you know, it was pretty satisfying. So, you know, being out there and getting back into my kind of coaching roots was fun, but Vegas for 6 weeks for anybody is rough.
Where did they have you guys staying as coaches?
We had a apartment off the strip.
Okay. Okay, and it was just you, Justin,
Luke,
Trevor, yeah,
Luke,
Luke.
Trevor, yeah. And then we
Got you.
brought in like Phil Nurse and um, Vinny Magalesh and Misha Tate came in a couple times to help. But for the most part, the core group was me, Justin, and Luke.
What was your favorite part of that experience?
Favorite part of the Ultimate Fighter? I don't know. I just maybe the growth of the girls throughout the 6 weeks. You know, they all have their own camp and coaches and stuff like that. So just being able to have a little bit of input and add a little bit to their game. You know, seeing them come in and seeing them leave, they all definitely grew a little bit.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you, what is it like to be kind of a mentor and a coach to women that have, or fighters that have already have experience and have a team behind them, and then kind of try and give them a little something they could take with them.
It was that was a difficult part because you know they all had their own coaches, and so they all had their
Hmm.
own routines and programs, and you know the way they went about training. So being able to for the first couple of weeks, a lot of the girls didn't, they were kind of like reserved as far as being, speaking their mind about how they go about stuff. But once we kind of cleared that up and got over that, they were more open to learning technique and yeah, it just went well from there.
Who stuck out to you most from the competition?
Do you know what? To be honest with you, our whole team, our whole team was, we really went kind of heavy grappling since, that's kind of our background. And we focused a lot on the mental, who was mentally there and who was mentally ready to be a world champion. So those are kind of the girls that we wanted to have on our team. So once we had those girls, even the girls that lost early in the competition, they were there for practice and they were there busting their asses every day. So, our whole team, I think there's not one girl on our team that's not going to have some success in the UFC or other organizations. I think these girls are all can make some noise.
Wow, that's amazing to be part of their fight history as well.
Yeah, definitely.
So you and Justin have known each other for so long now. Did you ever take a moment to kind of look at it all and be like, man, this is crazy? You and one of your boys from your childhood, right?
Yeah.
Going full circle to coaching on The Ultimate Fighter.
The funny thing is that the other night I was actually kind of just like sitting. It was late at night. I couldn't sleep. I was thinking about the fight, and I was just thinking how cool this life is that I get to live. And I thought about that as well. We come from a really, really small town to where, hardly anybody. It's one of those towns that really no one leaves. So for us being able to fight in front of millions of people, thousands of people live, and just to make it this far and something that we are passionate about, and it's pretty cool. It's pretty surreal. You have to pinch yourself every once in a while, but yeah, and then both of us, fighting the number 4 guy in the world. So it's very surreal. And I'm very blessed and lucky to be able to live this life and be good at it, I guess.
Absolutely. Do you get reached out to a lot by some of the people that you grow up with that were friends with you and Justin in your childhood?
Oh yeah, you get, especially the town we come from. So
Yeah.
no one's ever made it out and been a celebrity, and and not saying that we're celebrity status, but in their eyes we are.
Right.
So I get cousins and people that think they're my cousin, and they're always trying to hit me up on Facebook and say stuff, but I enjoy it. I write everybody back and I make sure to make them feel like they're a part of it. So
right.
It's good. It's sometimes it gets a little annoying because they want to just keep talking to you, but other than that, when they tell you good luck and represent our hometown and stuff like that, it's pretty cool.
They mean well, right?
Oh, they all mean well, and they kind of they just want you to do good. It makes the town look good. It makes them look good. So I see where they're coming from.
I was gonna ask you, do you feel like you're a bit famous now since you've been on The Ultimate Fighter?
Not one bit. If you've seen The Ultimate Fighter, it shows me for 15 seconds.
A little tiny clips of your back and side profile
and
stuff.
Just me getting the shit beat out of me by a bunch of girls. So,
yeah, I was noticing that over the season. I got a couple good laughs.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was there for. I was just a throwing dummy. So now fame is not something that's ever been, a goal of mine. So
right.
My goal is just to whoop some ass. So
right. So before your last fight, you had mentioned perhaps getting a shot with Aljo or a shot at Aljo, but now you've got an even higher ranked opponent.
Yep.
I don't know how much the rankings matter to you, but you've got a Assuncao, and that's got to put you in the title conversation if you get a big win over him, don't you think?
I 100% agree. Like you said, we had talked about me wanting to fight Aljamain Sterling, and this is kind of better because Assuncao has beaten Aljamain Sterling. So, I think it does, but I think it puts me in the title shot, a title contention, title race if I win impressively. If I go out there and win a boring decision, then I'm kind of going to be in the same spot he's in, you know, as far as him not being able to get the title because what he does, he just wins decisions. So I got to win and I got to finish it, or it's got to be, you know, some 10-8 rounds to where it's decisive.
Right. You mentioned he's a sort of a decision fighter almost always.
Yeah.
Do you think it's going to be a bit of a chess match then? Do you anticipate that?
I don't, you know, the way I fight, I don't think so. You know, I hope to impose my will and make him fight my fight. I don't think, I don't think it's, I don't think it'll be a chess match. It's always a chess match in the sense of it's MMA, so you got to be strategic and you got to plan. But as far as going out there and fighting, I think I'm just gonna go out there and we're just gonna have. I hope to have a firefight. You know, make him make mistakes and capitalize on those mistakes. He goes to decisions when people hold back and kind of are tentative in fights. So, that's not the kind of fighter I am.
Got you. So Cody and TJ are fighting this weekend for the 135-pound title.
Yep.
Is there a guy that you like to see win a little bit more than the other guy?
No, not really. I'm just so sick of these motherfuckers crying about, you know, Uriah and someone hurt this guy, and you know, it's just they sound like two high school kids fighting over a girlfriend. So I'm ready for it to be over, and whoever wins, and hopefully I'll see him in the near future.
Okay, got you. So there's not one of those two guys you'd rather fight more than the other?
No, I kind of dislike them both, so it
Either one.
would have satisfied me equally to punch both of them in the face.
Got you. And how do you think you match up with those guys?
I think Cody's got a really good stand-up. I think I can expose his grappling. TJ, I think he's not wild with his punches, but he overcommits on a lot of things. So I think I can catch him. Both those guys. The difference between me and both those guys is that they can't go to dark places that I can. You know, Cody always says he has he had a rough upbringing and yada yada yada, but you know, he's not as hardened as he thinks he is. So if I ever fought him, I would definitely take him to some dark places where he wouldn't want to be.
What do you think gave you that experience to be able to go into those dark places?
My you know, growing up doing in the neighborhoods I grew up in, and you know, just my lifestyle that I grew up. I overcame a lot. You know, I had a lot of help from a lot of people, but you know, I grew up fighting. I have 4 brothers. You know, and that's the lifestyle we lived. Is that you want something, you fight for it. You know, I grew up in a bad neighborhood in the south side of Tucson. Same thing. You know, if you're gonna get out of there, you can't be weak. So I don't think those guys have ever experienced those kind of things. You know.
Mm. So you attribute that upbringing to where your toughness is from?
100%. I think that some of the things that I've gone through, you know, they would have broken those situations.
Got you. So do you have a timeline mapped out for 2018, my man? And does it include a title shot, you think?
Oh, when I first started this game, you know, I made a pact with my girlfriend. So if I wasn't in the UFC by the time I was 29, no matter what my record was, that I would quit. And I made it to the UFC in, you know, the time frame was a little bit different. You know, I made it before that. And I told myself once I get to the UFC, I got 2 years to get that title shot. So 1 year down. So I predict I will have that belt by the end of 2018.
How old were you when you started fighting?
I was 25, I believe. 25.
And how long did you take off from combat sports before that?
So I stopped wrestling at 22, 23, and 22, I think. And so that 3-year period, I was just kind of trying to find myself, trying to find what I wanted to do in life. So, you know, so about 3 years.
What did you do for work during that time?
Everything. I worked as a busser. I worked in a copper mine. I did private wrestling. I coached. I was just a hustler. I was just trying to make money, just any way I could, to support my sad lifestyle. Not sad in being, I was broke, I just wanted to survive and to be able to train and hang out and stuff like that. So whatever I could, that's what I did.
So this has gone full circle for you
Oh,
since you've been in Colorado and training with Justin and Trevor now, huh?
yeah, completely. That guy, I can't talk about Trevor enough and how much he's changed my life. He's really a godsend. He's such a good dude, and no one ever has anything bad to say about the guy, and that just proves to you that, what kind of mentor and person and a friend and brother and coach he is. He's just an overall good dude.
So I know Justin's got a fight coming up soon. Is Justin and Trevor going to be in your corner again?
Justin has to leave. He's got an appearance on Saturday, so he'll be there during fight week, and then he leaves Saturday early. But Trevor, yes, will 100% be in my corner.
Gotcha.
I wouldn't fight without him.
All right. Okay. Matt, I appreciate your time, my man. As always, it's been great to speak with you, my man.
Thank you so much. Have a good one.
Absolutely. No problem. You guys can catch Matt Lopez taking on Raphael Assuncao next Saturday, November 11th, live on FS1.